We go to women's sports.
Why?
Dudes who like to feel pretty have been trashing women's sports for quite a few years now. See the Olympics, anyone? Well, on Wednesday, Donald Trump signed an executive order banning trans mentals from participating in women's sports.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. Fuck off.
Now he's extended it to foreign as well. I'm Jazz Berganzo, and this, I know it's only federal, but it's a step in the right direction. And it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Daily Dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this, Wednesday? Wednesday. No, Thursday. Holy cow, I lost track of days. My bad. Anyway, wow. Transmentalism, transanity, transience, dudes who like to feel pretty, call it however you want. We've seen the ruination of Hollywood, politics, but especially women's sports. Women's sports have gotten trashed over the last few years because of dudes with mental illnesses. But on Wednesday, Donald Trump took a step in the right direction. He signed an executive order banning trans mentals from participating in women's sports, high school, state, any federal funded, any money from federal funded was going to stop all this. Now he's extended it to foreign trans mentals as well, coming overseas to participate in the quote unquote Olympics or any Olympic or any international event. Like I said in my intro, I know it's only federal, but it's a step in the right direction. And here we go. This comes out of Outkick. President Donald Trump announces he won't allow foreign trans mental athletes to enter the U.S. for the 28 games. On Wednesday, will go down as a massive day for winning and for common sense crowd as a battle for biological reality rages in the United States. Not only did President Donald Trump sign an executive order effectively banning males from competing in women's sports at publicly funded institutions like schools, but Trump also announced he plans to deny foreign trans mental athletes entry into the country for the 28 Summer Olympics. Trump said he instructed Secretary of State Marco Rubio to make it clear to the International Olympic Committee that America categorically rejects transgender lunacy. We want them to change everything they have to do with the Olympics and having to do with apps. This is absolutely a ridiculous subject. Los Angeles, 2028. My administration will not stand by and watch men beat and batter female athletes.
But Marco is going to make clear to the International Olympic Committees there, and he's going to make it as clear as anybody can make it, that America categorically rejects transgender lunacy. We want them to change everything having to do with the Olympics and having to do with this absolutely ridiculous subject that we even have to talk about this subject. If you went back 10 years or 15 years and you would move forward and listen to this, you'd say, what the hell are they talking about? This is impossible. But you have people out there, Democrats, that are still totally in favor. They
and some Republicans as well.
They can't win a debate. They look like fools, and they continue to go on. Just in 2028, my administration will not stand by and watch men beat and batter female athletes, and we're just not going to let it happen, and it's going to end, and it's ending right now, and nobody's going to be able to do a damn thing about it, because when I speak, we speak with
As you can see in the background, that's Riley Gaines in the background. It was a full house event. In addition, Trump said he plans to deny foreign males from entering the U.S. to compete in Olympics as women. I'm also directing our Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, to deny any and all visa applications made by men attempting to fraudulently enter the U.S. while identifying themselves as women athletes trying to get into the Olympic Games. This move puts a ton of pressure on the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee, which currently allows males to compete in women's sports, provided they meet certain requirements. I wonder what those requirements are. Of course, one of those requirements to compete in women's sports should simply be an accurate female, but sorely, sorely? Really? Is that a word? No. But currently, that's not the case. If the USOPC were to keep its transmental policy in place, it could set up a terrible situation where the U.S. has male competing as women in 28 Summer Olympic Games, while all other countries would have to leave their transmental athletes at home. Certainly, the USOPC cannot allow this to happen, as it will undermine everything the United States stands for when it comes to competition, a merit-based system contested on an even playing field. Trump promised on the campaign trail that he would ban males from women's sports, and he's holding on strong to that pledge during his first 3 weeks in office. Now the ball's in the court of the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee. Will it continue to allow males in women's sports, or will it finally succumb to the reason and reality of dropping this fucking nonsense? Okay, my thoughts. Like I said in the beginning, in the intro, it's great that he signed it. It's great from a federal standpoint, that we're putting an end to this nonsense. So any school that gets federal funding, this stops. Any international organization that is federally funded by the U.S. stops. That's great, but it still has no effect on state and local levels. That is still through the parents, you guys. That is still through concerned citizens. That is still through those who are sane and of sound minds. You guys got to continue to fight, because your daughters who are in elementary, high school, and college are not immune to the executive order. The executive order doesn't protect them. You still got to fight. You still have to fight organizations who are idiots, who are just morons to the cause, who will continue to ram this down your kids' throats. And there's no stopping. Right now, there's no stopping. Now, this, is a stick in their craw. This will piss them off. Good. Hope it does. I hope stuff like this, I hope him signing the executive order wakes a lot of parents up to the fact that their daughters are being affected by this. You won't have those like the Martina Navratilova legends like her, Doralee Gaines. You have the one woman, I forgot her name is Miss Say, from XY and XX. She has that shirt company. She was a former Olympic athlete, former Olympic gymnast. You have her. You have others who have stood up. Sage Steele. For the most part, Candace Owens and others who have stood up and said, you know what, this shit needs to stop. This has to stop. But, like I said, it's just at the federal level. You still have to fight at the state and local level. Your girls are going to be impacted. So continue to fight. And hopefully this wakes a lot of people up, say, hey, you know what? Yeah, I need to get up off my ass and I need to fight, because my kids are in jeopardy regarding this. You still have it going on right now, that you have dudes who like to feel pretty who are beating your girls in high school sports, beating your girls in college sports. People seem to forget that the Olympic Games, you had two dudes who like to feel pretty beat up on women in boxing and get gold medals out of it. Now they're saying, well, you know what? They're not really women. They just have high T count. So that's why. But everything else is a woman. No. Medical reports don't lie. Anyway, it's a great first step. I'm proud of him. Like I said in the beginning, also my intro, promises made, promises kept. So good for him. Good for all those women, all those young girls who were in attendance, to see this firsthand, because during dementia, they would have never gotten a sniff. They would have got doubled down. And also he got rid of the nonsense in Title IX also, with trans mentals, in Title IX also as a protected class. So he got rid of that shit as well. So that's a good thing. But the fight goes on. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Also, I forgot to mention one woman, J.K. Rowling, who is no conservative herself, but she lives in the world of reality, unlike Harry Potter, that she knows that women are women and men are men, and they should be separate, especially when it comes to sports and anything that affects women. And with that being said, again, leave comments below. See you next time. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace out.